Hey everyone, I'm Amber Martin.
And I'm Marty Reinhardt. And together we are Martin. Okay, that was kind of weird. But anyways, if you are watching this video, it means you're a buyer looking to potentially work with us. And we're going to walk you through the process of what buying is like and what benefits you for working with us as a team. The first thing we're going to start with is the initial consult and meeting. So when you reach out to us, like we want to meet. We want to meet either in person or we want to meet in Zoom so that we can really gauge and understand your why, so that we can better understand like what your goals are, what your visions are, and so that we can educate you guys on like what it actually takes to win as a buyer in today's market, and just make sure that we're aligned and all on the same page, setting expectations, walk through the entire process, and just make sure that, you know, we're a good fit to work with each other.
So the next step would be pre-approval, and that is speaking with a lender. And we have an amazing partner, Anya Kazero with Rate. You would get in contact with her and start your loan application. And it's basically so that the bank knows what you can afford. And then that will give you that number range of what kind of house can you afford. And we don't like to ever, by the way, like push anyone to be at their maximum limit. We don't want you to be stressed and house poor.
Once we have your budget, and again, we're going to reverse engineer like all of this. Like we're not going to go off of like what you're approved for, because if you're approved for 500, but you want to budget monthly for 400, we're going to go off of like what you're comfortable with. And again, you know, when you tell us what your limit is, like your upper number that you don't want to exceed, we're going to be playing devil's advocate when you send us listings or when you're looking at an opportunity that might be higher outside of your range. You know, we're gonna check to make sure that you're not, you know, pushing outside of that limit. But once you're approved, we're gonna set up a search for you based off of like what your criteria is, bedrooms, bathrooms. You know, we can really dial in the search, or we can keep it more broad depending on like what your specific goals for and what areas you're looking for. We use an app called Zenlist, and we are going to be able to be on the same search together. And anytime you save a property, anytime you request a tour property, we're going to get notifications right away. And it really is nice to be, you know, all working on one centralized location on an app that is user-friendly and really fun to look at.
Yeah. And so you'll have access to the private listings that only realtors that subscribe to the MLS get access to. So you'll see that. It'll have like a little abbreviation, PRIV.
Yeah, and like she said, you'll have access to the private listing network. And in Arlington Heights alone this year, about 31% of all of the sold and pending transactions were on the private network and never made it to Redfin or Zillow. Once we have your search set up and we start touring homes, when you find the one that you want to submit an offer on, one of the things that we do is we're never going to submit an offer on what they are asking, like what the list price is. We're always going to submit an offer based on market value. So when you tell us, hey, we're interested in this home, we're going to go home and we're going to do the detailed work it takes to understand like what is the true market value. And we also use an app called Loom, where we can send you a video CMA on the house so that you don't have to trust that we're just telling you what the house is worth. You'll be able to see, based on the comps that have sold recently nearby, what the house is actually worth. And you'll be able to understand the value based off of like watching the video.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. Marty is amazing at analyzing the numbers and seeing what within a 0.25 mile radius in the last 6 to 12 months has sold in that area that looks just like the one that you want to put an offer on. He's really good at analyzing that, and that's what that CMA is, a comparative market analysis.
Something that Amber does very well is she goes and spies on the sellers like a crazy ex-girlfriend.
Yep.
Speak about that.
Okay. So in addition to all of the tricks up our sleeves where it's based on numbers and other terms and conditions that we can break down more once we get there with you, I go the extra mile.
5 miles.
And look into who the sellers are, what they're into. Maybe when we're at the showing, kind of look around the house, see what their hobbies are. Maybe they love a sports team, or maybe their kid's birthday is on a certain day, or there's a favorite number that they have. All these things can be worked into the offer, either in the numbers or even a love letter. Some places don't let us do that, so of course we would figure out who's accepting them and not make you write a letter or anything like that if they're not even going to read it. But in the case that we believe it would be helpful, then I look into people.
Once you go into contract, you have 5 business days, 7 full days, like 1 week, to get the inspections that you want, the home inspection, the radon, the sewer scope, like any inspections that you need to have as a buyer. We're going to have those inspections. We're going to get those results, and we are going to review the inspection reports with the real estate attorney. It's called attorney review period. And we're going to craft a letter to send over to the sellers on what we want remedied, what we want corrected, and what we want as far as remediation for the things that pop up in the inspection. And that's not done until we agree to each line item, whether the seller agrees or disagrees to all of them. We have to agree on all of the line items. And once we do, attorney review is concluded and it's over. The next thing is going to be the appraisal. The appraisal is ordered by the lending institution, the bank, and the appraisal is so that they are making sure that their investment, borrowing you the money is safe. And, if you go default, the property is actually worth what you're paying for it or better, right? After that, we're going to be waiting for the clear to close. Once we get the clear to close, we can close literally any day. Right before closing, we're going to go see the home and do a final walkthrough just to make sure that everything is like broom swept, everything is clean, all the garbage is out of there, all of their belongings are out of there, and make sure the home is ready for you to take ownership and take the keys.
So if there were any repairs or credits, that all this is taken care of before you actually sign the papers to close on the house.
So besides Amber, going 5 miles deeper than everyone else and, exploring the sellers like lifestyle and vocabulary and kids' birthdays and stuff, a few of the other benefits of working with us is we have an extensive network of real estate agents that we know. So I would say about 6 out of 10 homes that we show our buyers, we're best friends with the listing agents, and we can make a phone call to them and say, hey, we saw that you had 7 showings today. Like, let's wrap this up before 7 p.m. We'd like to go to sleep at 8:30.
Yeah.
Or I do. Amber's a night owl. Another benefit of working with our team is we do have niche experts for literally everything. Real estate attorneys, we have lenders, and we have a network of professionals for anything you might need. Our partner lender, do you want to tell them about like what makes our offer stand out, like with working with Anya if we have to close early?
Yeah. So Anya's team can close in like anywhere between 6 and 10 days, usually on that quicker end there. And if since there's a lot of buyers out there versus sellers, if you're in a situation where there's another offer or more, or a few offers, or maybe even 20 offers, we can compete by matching a cash offer, because cash can close just as fast as how quickly Anya's team can close the loan. So
yeah, normally, like if the place is vacant or if the seller wants a quick close, cash is more appealing because they can close in 14 days or less. And most loan originators, like most loans, will take about 30 to 45 days to close. So closing in 6 to 10 days with Anya's team, like it's unheard of. But that gives us the ability to compete with cash and to further stand out from other offers that have conventional financing that's going to take 30 to 45 days to close. Like that's really amazing. And working with niche experts means that we're going to be working with a team of professionals that do this day in, day out. We're not working with traffic attorneys. We're not working with divorce attorneys. We're working with real estate niche attorneys that know exactly what they're doing. And we've been on both sides, and have worked with attorneys and other professionals that don't know what the hell they're doing.
yeah.
And that can always jeopardize, make or break your success. And we don't want that for you. So if you are ready, reach out to us and we will come learn what you're trying to do and show you exactly how we can help you get there.
There's so many different situations. So we're really here to listen to what you want.
Your journey, we're the vehicle.
Yep.
Chat soon.